It's so embarrassing how easy he is to manipulate. It's like when you give kids Pokemon cards to get them to behave. A golf bag, a putter, a medal, and now a crown.
I think we have the hottest country anywhere in the world.
Like, you want to see a great case thing on, like, narcissism. Liberals are so stupid the way that they handle Trump. You should shut up. He's a narcissist. Neutral energy. I think he was a one-hit wonder, right? He wrote the tweet.
Donald Trump just had a week so chaotic even his spray tan begged for time off. Jimmy Kimmel saw the meltdown and turned it into a comedy masterpiece, while Bill Burr roasted him so brutally you could smell the ego burn from orbit. Two comedic worlds collided by accident, both landing perfectly timed blows. The result? A roast so savage, so effortlessly hilarious, it's the kind of TV moment you can't look away from.
Trump thinks this is his house, which it is. When you stay at an Airbnb, you're not allowed to blow out a wall. This is the same. He's not even a renter. He's a guest in the. He thinks he's OJ. He's actually Kato Kalin.
That's it. He was on the casino circuit. You idiot liberals wrote him twist again when you indicted him. And now he's a martyr. And now he's coming back, Jimmy.
The peppermint twist is back.
He's coming back. It's going to be great for comedy.
It started like one of those days when the universe itself seems to be trolling. You open your feed, and there it is, Donald Trump trending again. Not for politics, not for rallies, and not even for one of his infamous witch hunt rants. Nope. This time, it's something stranger, funnier, and absolutely impossible to scroll past.
That's supposed to review projects like this, preferably before they happen. It's called the Commission of Fine Arts. Their job is to oversee new federal architecture, or it was anyway. Trump fired all of them. They were supposed to advise the president on matters of design and aesthetics to preserve the dignity of the nation's capital, but this is Trump's idea of dignified aesthetics, so now Trump's planning to bring in a new group whose tastes align more with.
This time, fate's got jokes. Jimmy Kimmel and Bill Burr, two comedy powerhouses from completely different galaxies, just happened to roast the same man, in the same week, with the same level of savage precision. Trump never saw it coming.
Let me just read this here. Donald Trump walked into an arena that holds 20,000 people and 19,999 people were so happy. And then there was Bill Burr's wife. Yeah, and I love how people are like, oh, how can you do that? It's like, well, he's racist. He likes to sort of plagiarize some Hitler stuff every once in a while. Like, what is surprising that a black woman wouldn't like him? I don't like the guy. My wife giving him the finger is what I love about my wife. Do you know where you stand with her? And you can't say that about a lot of people.
The best part? They don't even realize they're in the same kitchen, roasting the same golden goose, only this one's orange, loud, and allergic to humility. Kimmel strikes first, the Hollywood surgeon of satire, gloves on, grin sharp, slicing through ego with surgical precision.
They had a signing ceremony to seal the deal and declare a new golden age of U.S.-Japan relations. There you go. They say it the same way in Japanese. The Prime Minister then joined Trump at a rally aboard the USS Washington, where she got to hear him just rambling to our troops on a range of subjects, including magnets. He hates magnets. He hates magnets, windmills, and sharks. But he loves...
Kimmel didn't need to yell or chug a beer to make it work. All it took was that classic tone, the one that says, I can't believe this guy's still writing my material. Right on cue, Trump delivered a performance so bizarre, it felt like it was ghostwritten by a confused AI with a caffeine problem. While Kimmel was calmly tearing it apart under studio lights, Bill Burr was prepping his own brand of comedic destruction. Two different universes, one polished, one raw, perfectly aligned for one glorious takedown. Kimmel brought the surgical precision of late-night satire, while Burr brought the unfiltered fire of the stand-up stage. The spark? Trump trying to clarify something, which, as history proves, only makes things worse. The moment he opened his mouth, chaos ensued. Kimmel pounced instantly, the smirk, the timing, the effortless punchline. You could practically hear his writers celebrating backstage. Comedy gold had just fallen from the sky.
I'll be honest with you, I can't believe Trump didn't win this thing like 4 months ago. I know that's weird for younger people to hear, but when I was a kid, if you were running for president and you got shot and you didn't die, that was the end of the election. There was nothing you could say. Everybody would just be like, this guy's the man. He is the king. I'll be honest with you. I think the number one reason like Trump survived is all those herky-jerky movements that he does. You just can't like nail the guy down.
Bill Burr didn't need footage or fact-checking, just the premise. Trump said something again. That alone fueled a 20-minute volcanic rant that was equal parts fury and therapy. Burr's brilliance lies in that exasperated disbelief, as if he's trying to convince himself humanity isn't completely doomed. Where Kimmel's takedown is surgical, sharp, paced, and ironic, Burr's is pure chaos, swinging like a hammer at everything ridiculous in sight. Kimmel painted Trump as a living parody, a man who could make even a teleprompter roll its eyes. Burr tore down the illusion completely. Why is this still happening? Why are people still buying it? Two comedians, two styles, one perfect storm. Predictably, Trump took offense. Somewhere in his social media labyrinth, a rant was surely brewing about unfair comedians and jealous losers. But that's where Kimmel thrives, in the echo of Trump's outrage, turning every overreaction into another late-night victory.
Catapults, which is better, the electric or the steam? They had steam, which works so beautifully. Steam, they said they can fix it with a hammer and a blowtorch. I love the sight of that beautiful steam pouring off that deck. I'm going to sign an executive order. When we build aircraft carriers, it's steam. I like steam. We're going to go back to steam.
And when we run out of steam, we're going to oxen. Big teams of beautiful oxen.
Trump has become a comedy black hole. The more outrage he throws out, the funnier the next punchline gets. Kimmel practically recycles Trump's tantrums into premium laughter fuel. Meanwhile, Bill Burr doesn't even pretend to play polite. Offending the powerful is his cardio routine. When Trump's name comes up, Burr launches into that signature rant rhythm, the one where his voice cracks with disbelief, and the veins in his neck deserve their own zip code. Kimmel approaches it with surgical precision, turning every Trump announcement into a parody of Shark Tank, complete with words like greatest, many people are saying, and believe me. Burr, on the other hand, doesn't analyze, he just watches in awe, as if witnessing someone trying to light a cigar with a toaster and still insisting it's genius. The timing of their dual takedowns couldn't have been better. It's as if the comedy universe collectively sighed and said, alright, let's make this a double feature. On one side, Kimmel's dissecting Trump's warped logic, on the other, Burr's dismantling his delusion with fire and fury. Together, they've turned Trump's chaos into pure comedic art.
He literally got shot and immediately jumped back up and started yelling in the direction the bullets were coming from. That's not a sane human being. I would have been on the ground crying in the fetal position like, all right, give me the truck. I don't want this job anymore. But Trump's got all those weird, coming out. I think the guy couldn't get like a bead on him, And like right as he pulled the trigger, Trump was just like, and Sleepy Joe! And the bullet went by his head.
Bill Burr's thunderous disbelief hit differently, that rolling frustration that this man, somehow, still dominates headlines like the Kardashians' political cousin. And here's the irony, both Burr and Kimmel, in wildly different ways, exposed the same truth: Trump doesn't need enemies, he needs an editor. He's the rare person who can start and end a scandal within the same sentence. Kimmel revealed that with calm precision, dissecting every contradiction like a late-night surgeon. Burr, though, shouted it from the rooftops, equal parts fury and comedy. Picture it, Kimmel in his crisp suit, gently unraveling Trump's logic like a therapist explaining basic physics to a toddler. Then Burr, hoodie-clad and pacing, looking like a man who just discovered reason was outlawed. The aftermath was instant. Social media lit up, clips of Kimmel's surgical satire and Burr's volcanic rant ricocheted across platforms. Comment sections erupted into laughter, debate, and disbelief. Two different voices. One universal reaction: Trump, once again, turned into comedy's favorite headline.
Close things out as only Donald Trump can. We used to send the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders on these USO tours, and now we have this. Meanwhile, while Trump's slurping noodles in Japan were on day 28 of his big, beautiful government shutdown, air traffic controllers missed their first paycheck today. So if you are visiting us from out of town, you live here now.
Burr's disbelief came like thunder, a rolling storm of sarcasm aimed at the fact that Trump still somehow trends like the Kardashians' political cousin. The irony? Both Burr and Kimmel ended up saying the same thing differently. Trump doesn't need critics, he needs an editor. The man can create and destroy a scandal in the same sentence. Kimmel showcased it with calm humor, peeling back layers of absurdity like a therapist diagnosing denial. Burr, though, let it rip, shouting the truth from the stage, pacing like an angry philosopher who's lost faith in humanity's logic. Imagine a split-screen Kimmel in his sleek suit, Burr in his hoodie, both dismantling the same chaos from opposite ends of the comedy spectrum. Then the internet caught fire. Clips of Kimmel's monologue and Burr's rant filled every feed, each generating equal parts laughter, fury, and awe. Two comedic minds, one headline and one man who keeps giving them endless material.
Dude, he is the greatest shit talker of all time. He sat at like $100,000 breakfast while the president trashed him. Humiliated.
This is a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I'm jumping around.
White House Correspondents' Dinner, yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for giving it structure.
Yeah.
Humiliated the guy.
Right.
My wife would love you. You should
Yeah.
sit next to me during brunch. She never knows what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sits there, the guy totally trashes him. He's absolutely humiliated. And within like 2-3 years, he had that guy's job.
Right.
So you could never talk. You could never.
Burr's performance was primal, like a nationwide exhale for everyone who's ever yelled at their TV trying to make sense of Trump's latest chaos. His fury captured the raw disbelief, while Kimmel's sarcasm framed it with polished irony. Together, they represented America's emotional roller coaster over the last decade: confusion, rage, laughter, and reluctant fascination. Somewhere, you can almost picture Trump watching it all unfold, convincing himself it's proof of his importance. To him, mockery equals relevance. But what he doesn't realize is that he's become comedy's most dependable fuel source. Every outburst, every contradiction is pure content gold. Late-night writers practically refresh his feed like it's breaking news. Kimmel's genius lies in letting Trump's contradictions destroy themselves. Burr's brilliance is in turning frustration into catharsis. And together, without even trying, they prove something about modern comedy: when reality becomes absurd enough, comedians don't need to coordinate. They simply react to the same spectacle we all can't stop watching.
Is very busy prosecuting his enemies. His goon squad today indicted his own former national security advisor, John Bolton. He is just brazenly lying about the economy and grocery prices, but he did have a chat with Vlad Putin today, which we know because while he was on the phone with Putin, he posted, "I am speaking to President Putin now." The conversation is ongoing, a lengthy one, and I will report the contents, as will President Putin, at its conclusion. Thank you for your attention.
Kimmel's polished satire and Burr's raw fury are two sides of the same cultural coin, a coin that somehow keeps landing squarely on Trump's face. At this point, he's not even a politician anymore. He's a full-blown recurring character in a global sitcom that never gets cancelled. Every new appearance brings another absurd subplot: the rallies, the lawsuits, the major announcements that reveal absolutely nothing. Kimmel and Burr don't even have to try to find material. Trump provides it willingly, like a man auditioning for his own parody. Kimmel smirks, Burr screams, and the world laughs. That's the rhythm now. Trump acts, comedians react, and somehow, the chaos resets every week with fresh material. He's the first political figure to build a legacy out of self-satire. The irony? He seems to think he's winning. But in truth, he's writing the jokes, starring in them, and still missing the punchline. So when people say Kimmel and Bill Burr destroyed Trump, it's not because they teamed up. They didn't have to. Trump handed them the material, stumbled through the performance, and live-streamed the blooper reel himself again.
When I do stand up, you know, if I start trashing like Trump, I would hear the left in the crowd like, yeah, and I'd be like, you voted for a guy that, you know, is staring off into space. Mm-hmm. Like, your guy literally should be in a home. What are you patting yourself on the back for? X, Y, and Z, blah, blah. Your party has not let you vote for, has not let you choose your candidate since Obama's second term.
Yeah. And that's the irony, isn't it? Trump's lifelong mission was to dominate pop culture, to be the headline, the meme, the topic everyone can't stop talking about. Well, mission accomplished. He's not just part of the news cycle anymore, he is the news cycle. The headline, the punchline, and the afterthought all rolled into one chaotic performance. Jimmy Kimmel turned it into late-night gold, dissecting every contradiction with that classic smirk. Bill Burr, on the other hand, treated it like therapy, loud, cathartic, and brutally human. Together, they didn't plan a roast, they created a cultural intervention. Two comedians from different universes somehow synced to reveal the same truth: Trump doesn't get destroyed by comedy, he gets exposed. Kimmel's precision humor is a scalpel, slicing through the nonsense. Burr's rants are the blunt force that smashes the delusion. And in the middle stands Trump, performing in his favorite role, himself. The man who believes every spotlight is salvation. Somewhere right now, he's probably typing a late-night response, shouting into the digital void about fake comedians or unfair satire. And when that happens, as it always does, Kimmel will grin, Burr will sigh, and the rest of US will laugh again. Because no matter how loud he yells, there's one thing Trump can't destroy, being the joke that never stops telling itself.